Yesterday was one of maybe the worst days in league history as far as public relations goes and maybe long-term business goes. Several NBA players were arrested. The FBI has made it very clear they've launched a gambling investigation, an illegal gambling investigation into several NBA players. Chauncey Billups, coach and former Hall of Fame player, was arrested. Terry Rozier was arrested. Damon Jones was arrested. And a whole bunch of other people not in the NBA or connected were also arrested in regards to two separate cases. One was about an illegal poker game, or a ring of illegal poker games, where people were being brought, or NBA players were alleged to be brought in as the kind of the face of this, and then people were basically tricked and robbed of their money. Not literally robbed, but tricked through
cheated.
Yeah. But cheated.
Glasses,
they were cheated.
Eyewear, yeah.
Exactly. Eyewear, card counters that didn't work, etc. And then there's the second piece, which is definitely more dangerous to the league, which is the allegation that players are revealing information or otherwise being involved in prop bet scams. So releasing information that affects betting, checking themselves out of games, faking injuries, all these things that will affect the gambling lines, right? For prop bets in particular. So not like who wins or loses, but the over/under on certain kinds of gambling. So that's the scandal. And it's rocking the sports world right now for a lot of reasons.
Can I ask you a question? So the first part, when you said they use them as the face, so how I take that is they're using a famous NBA player to say, "Hey, come play with us," and you can play with, and that's like that, and then they cheat them out the money.
LeBron and
that
them
is
beat
genius.
Now I won't say nobody's name, but if you go market it, you'll say like somebody popular, like such and such is gonna be there, or this person's they be all gambling in the spot, so that's gonna bring common motherfuckers that want to be around a celebrity.
The report said centered around retired NBA players.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is not just like hey, we run into Chauncey's game. Yeah. Like, there are a few retired players said to be involved in this.
Right. And it's important to note because the mafia, organized crime, has been implicated in this as well.
Yes, yeah.
Gambino family, Lucchese family, some other families have been publicly named by the FBI. And so the idea is that the games are connected to the mafia. I think that's important to note because I see a lot of black faces on camera.
I'm about to say.
And I ain't seen a mob member.
Not one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's another piece of this. And for the Chauncey thing, there's some...
You're going over too much shit that we want to talk about.
Okay.
Some of this shit is important. Bring out fucking Ricky Donatolione. Come on. Come on. Hey, y'all saying it's mafia related? I believe you.
I want to see Johnny.
Bring him out.
Yeah, I want to see Johnny.
Bring out Tommy Noonan, whatever his name is. Bring them all out.
I love how y'all hear mafia and all go Italian.
The way they put them on the news would be different anyway. They're going to use the stars first.
Not named Lucchese.
I know.
Not named Gambino.
You straight to Goodfellas.
This thing of ours.
Yeah. And if you know the history of gambling.
That's their thing.
That's their lane. They stepped in their lane then.
Yeah, so don't just come showing me the black faces.
The Fall Guys.
I think this is one of a few things could be true. Yes, some black faces involved. And I want to see them niggas too.
It's pretty ironic that they used NBA players to lure in the marks. And the FBI is also using the NBA players to bring all the awareness to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
exactly.
Well, that's why the story kind of starts even before this to me. What is everyone's opinion on Cash Patel? Come on.
I don't really know what to make of it, me personally.
He's the fucking influencer guy or whoever, podcaster guy, whoever he is that Trump put to be that Trump appointed to be the head of FBI.
He, like a lot of Trump appointees, don't really seem like they have the credentials to have the positions that they have.
That's for sure.
He does not.
And for me, that ties into somehow this happening on opening day. Or
for sure.
Opening week.
I don't think that this was
it's not coordinated.
It's coordinated.
You didn't just find out about Chauncey and Damon Jones.
2-year investigation.
Well, I said they've been investigating for a minute. They've been announced it.
Okay, cool. But Chauncey, y'all allowed Chauncey Billups, all parties involved allowed Chauncey Billups to coach opening night.
Sure.
And y'all allowed Terry Rozier, who the NBA had already investigated and cleared, to be at game 1 in Orlando. So I start there. I start there. I'm not saying that these brothers are not guilty of what they're accused of. I don't know. But doing that opening week,
it
and these people are federally. This is a federal case, right?
Yeah. So. This is the FBI probe.
Yeah.
And this gets complicated because I don't doubt that they've done some of the things they're alleged to do. The question is whether those things are illegal or not. So, for example, if I, as an NBA coach, say to my friend, "Yo, I'm resting Dame Lillard today. Don't tell nobody," and then they tell somebody, and it gets to the gambler, or I tell the gambler, but I'm not telling them for any monetary purpose. It might violate the league rule, but that's not illegal.
Bigger than that, you'll know like an hour before game time that Dame ain't gonna play.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's just
no, but
in that example you gave, it's a time thing.
Yes.
Because if I know 5 hours before that Dame not gonna play, then I could put
which is what he's alleged to have done.
I could put some shit in
He's
motion.
alleged to have done it because the league has tightened its reporting because of gambling, because of legal gambling.
Sure.
They've tightened their injury reporting. You can't hold it out to the end of the day. You never were supposed to, but as a form of gamesmanship, sometimes you wouldn't let the other team know that you're resting your guy or that you're not resting your guy. But now the league is like, no, every hour or every few hours, we're checking in to make sure that you report when somebody's injured to prevent people from putting a thumb on the scale on the betting thing. True. So if you're secretly telling somebody something for that purpose, same thing with the poker games. You know again, the league don't really care about poker.
Dog, these cases were flagged by the gambling association.
They flagged them,
but
it wasn't.
It was them saying, "Hey,
there's unusual activity here.
This is fishy.
Yes,
we have loads of money in the final hour coming in on a nondescript Miami Heat game.
Yeah. Right.
This is unusual activity. Someone could lose their job if this is not reported."
And it was a case where in the Miami Heat case where one guy had put in like 400 bets on a player. Mm-hmm. Like that's unusual.
And a random player.
Right. Yes,
Rozier,
it's unusual. And it's going
let me read this. Rozier is accused of manipulating his stats and performance to benefit illegal gamblers when he was a member of the Charlotte Hornets during a March 23rd, 2023 game against the New Orleans Pelicans. Charlotte traded Rozier to the Heat in January 2024. Prior to the March 23rd game, a flurry of bets from professional gamblers were placed on the under on Rozier's points, rebounds, and assists. Sports books flagged the suspicious activity and halted prop bets on Rozier's performance in the game. So this was a big deal.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Yeah. And that's what caught people's eye to even make it a thing. That's what made them start investigating.
That was a couple of years ago.
Rozier is alleged to have told the gamblers he'd exit the March 23rd game early. Mm-hmm. In turn, they placed around $200,000 on his under totals. Mm-hmm. They would later split the winnings with the Hornets guard. Rozier, who averaged 35.3 minutes per game and 21.1 points per game that season, exited the game after 10 minutes citing a foot injury.
Oh, shit.
His stats that game were 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists.
Damn, and then they were sloppy with that shit.
And that's it. Per Complex Sports, the insider trading scandal of the NBA.
And see, to your point, like that scandal there, that's him saying, "Yo, I'm checking out." Ain't no coach know that,
right?
They think I'm fine.
Yeah. Right.
I'm checking out 9-10 minutes into the game. So whatever the line is, pick the under.
Yep.
After a certain amount of time, it's gonna count.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then they went to count the money at someone's house as well.
That's correct.
Yeah,
is that right? Okay.
I may not know the ins and outs of basketball, but I know how the feds work. They don't indict until they ready, and they don't lose. They got like a 98% conviction rate.
Yeah.
So if they get the information that look crazy, automatically they looking for informers, people that's going to tell. So they already have everybody that's giving up which how they do it, because that's the only way you'll know.
They got a ton of
the only way, like how y'all talking about how it's iffy, and the only way you'll know for sure is for niggas say, "No, I was with him. He already said, look, 10 minutes, I'm coming out there." You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Niggas said, "Look, we're gonna go get steak because we ain't gonna be playing all night." You know what I mean?
I also
and that's why
think it's safe to assume that under the Trump administration, you may see agencies act in a manner that you haven't seen them before.
I agree.
Like
yeah, 1,000%. That's what I think this is too.
Where the law people that are supposed to be abiding by the laws start to become criminals to make their cases.
Why not?
Nigga, we see it with ICE every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
now it looks like, I'm sorry, Mark. Well, now it looks like, and this is hyperbolic from me, right? But it does kind of feel like Trump has something to pick with sports now.
Yeah.
In football, where he already told them, "Yo, I'm to y'all biggest event."
Gambling.
What is?
How? Tell me more.
Because this ain't about sports. It's about gambling more so than sports. think he's a casino.
Well, him saying I'm sending ICE to the Super Bowl had nothing to do with gambling.
Right. It's just nasty.
Oh, that's about the shit.
Yeah.
That I'm taking your biggest event, and I'm gonna find a way to put
To ruin it.
this nondescript or covert agency down there to kind of fuck it up and divert attention. Yada 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 yada. I asked y'all not to put that Spanish-speaking motherfucker up there. Y'all did it anyway. See, with the Kaepernick shit, knowing nothing, it felt like, okay, the NFL is lock and step with Trump.
Right.
That's how it felt. This one don't really feel like that.
So, just as a matter of law, and I know it's not true, but as a matter of law, the president is not supposed to impact the FBI at all. The president has no control over the FBI.
Oh, let's not be dumb.
No. But I want no.
He's right. He said by law, though.
I'm not saying this to be naive. I'm saying this to say I want people to know that Trump is also violating the law by doing
Yes.
it.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
If Donald Trump is in fact putting his thumb on the scale or impacting the FBI investigation, the FBI director reports to the Attorney General, not to the president. Right. And while the president can fire an Attorney General or appoint an Attorney General, he is directly not supposed to have any control over investigations. So if Donald Trump is saying go investigate the NBA, we need to be investigating Donald Trump. That's all I want. That's all.
We need to be investigating Donald Trump for many reasons.
Yes.
Yeah, for many reasons. It's
Just in
important to
general.
say it. That's why. Thank you for saying it. But New York is going through that now with Donald Trump. Like, how we don't know what time it is? He's using his power to thug states.
Yep.
Into doing what the fuck he want. Why am I to think it only stops there?
And Trump is putting his people in position so the people that's supposed to investigate
That was the
him.
plan from the door.
And
Like,
you
I'm
niggas
good.
voted for. I know. I will not. I'm not getting into it again.
Yeah.
But I don't believe some of y'all that's now trying to do the about face.
Crazy. Crazy.
Like, what did y'all think?
And look,
This? Oh,
and I
God.
came in here and said, yo, dog, I don't give a fuck about neither one of them as candidates. It's about the cabinet.
Right.
The cabinet matters, and that's what I've been preaching
And the
forever.
appointees, yeah.
It's about the appointees are the
Yeah.
cabinet. Like, yo, dog, that shit matters to me more than the face of the fucking party. Like, that shit is dumb.
Neutral button.